Hi, my name's Steve Hopkinson, right-at-home real estate agent. Smart Home Sale is my YouTube channel. And I wanted to give you some information about Bradford. If you're thinking about moving to Bradford, 5 things that you're going to want to know. So I've been pulling this information together. I wrote it down, so I'm kind of on the fly here, but I'm going to share this with you. Should be comprehensive. Okay, so here we go. So number 1, Maclean's Magazine actually says that Bradford is one of the top 10 safest places to live in all of Canada, one of the top 10 safest places to live. And I just learned this today, actually, that the CSI, Crime Severity Index, is what the CSI stands for. I obviously thought about CSI, the television show, which means Crime Scene Investigator, so I had to look it up to see what the difference was, but I thought it was really interesting. Anyways, Crime Severity Index is 72.9 in Canada overall. In Bradford, it comes in at only 27.01. So what does this mean for you? It means peace of mind. It means maybe sometimes every now and then you can leave your door unlocked, or you can go for a walk alone and feel like you're going to come home safe. Nothing wrong with that. Number 2, you can save over $300,000 in house pricing by being about maybe by going 10 to maybe 15, maybe 20 minutes further than say Vaughan or Richmond Hill. Just going a little further up the 400 highway could literally save you hundreds of thousands of dollars in your home pricing. And this goes all the way down to Union Station in Toronto, again, where the average price now is about 1.2, 1.3 million. Okay, so number 3, Bradford boasts some exceptional schools and daycare, for which I can say, or I can testify to, because I've lived in Bradford for a number of years. My children now, my daughter is 23 years old, and my son is 28 years old. Man, I'm dating myself here. But they came up in Bradford, and they went to Fieldcrest Elementary School, and Fieldcrest Elementary School is actually one of the top ranked schools on this list, and then St. Charles Catholic School for those who would be going to those schools, along with numerous daycares, and everything is in close proximity. For example, EduKids and Mini Masters Montessori and countless other options are available for taking care of your children, all within a very close proximity. Number 4 would be Bradford has grown immensely over the past 10-15 years. I remember when it was just fields. When you could drive into Bradford and the only thing that you were going to see at the center was the Village Inn, the big town clock, and then you would drive down and see all of the different garden centers, and the rest of it was just green farm space. And then all of a sudden, bloop, 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 over the past 10-15 years, we've seen Walmart come in. We've seen Canadian Tire come in. We've seen Home Depot come in. There's talk of movie theaters coming in down by the main highway and the intersection and hotels. So a lot of big box and retail and different places to go and eat and enjoy food and shop with convenience. It used to be that when you lived in Bradford, you actually everything was Newmarket. Everything was, I'm going to have to go 20 minutes southwest to go to Newmarket. Or if I wanted more than what Newmarket had to offer, then I would have to go to Toronto. But not so much the case with Bradford anymore. There's so much that's being offered right in town here. And not to forget that one of the major developments that's occurred in Bradford is that we are going to be seeing Ontario's next provincial highway, Highway 412, which is going to be running across the top of the north of the 8th line in Bradford. And I believe what this is going to create, because I saw when this happened in Newmarket. I saw back in the late 90s when Highway 404 was extended finally all the way up to Newmarket. Everybody was wondering, when's it going to come to Newmarket? Then it was finally extended up to Georgina. And what happened is that industrial lands and commercial lands went through the roof, and everybody wanted to be in Newmarket in terms of locating their company and locating their manufacturing facilities. And I can see that happening here to the benefit of making sure that although Bradford is experiencing a tremendous amount of growth, that we should be able to keep property taxes low and see a job increase, job opportunities increase here, because with the major highway connecting Highway 404 and Highway 400, we can now see a commercial and industrial hub that is going to do nothing but improve Bradford. And we know that when larger companies the commercial outlets, like the Walmarts and the Home Depots, come to a place like Bradford. And then when major, either manufacturers or industrial hubs start to develop, that property taxes are able to stay low. And so number 5 is that we are not far from the hospital. God forbid that you should ever have to go, or I guess maybe you've been praying and you want to go because you're having a child, then you're going to go up to South Lake Regional Hospital in Newmarket, which is, again, only about 15 to 20 minutes southwest of here. Very special place for me because that's where both of my children were born. I was born in Scarborough, Ontario in 1971. My parents moved up to Holland Landing in 1973. And, and then when I started having children, they were both born at that time what was known as York County Hospital. And then it translated into South Lake Regional Hospital, which is actually York Region's largest employer, and merely minutes away, taking Highway 11 across Green Lane, and boom, you're right there within 15, 20 minutes. And so it basically has everything that you need. Not to mention locally, that Bradford has everything that you need in the way of doctors, in the way of dentists, in the way of veterinarians. If you have pets to take care of, there's at least 3 or 4 different animal hospitals here to take your pets to. There's at least 3 or 4 different dentists that you can go to. There are doctors and there are walk-in clinics. So Bradford essentially has everything that you need. And obviously, when you're considering moving out of the city, maybe you're a retiring couple and you want to look for a less expensive place to live, or you're looking for a less expensive place to live that's safe, where you can raise your family and have lots to do with the different community centers, and have convenience and shopping and everything be nice and local for you. Bradford, that would be 5 things that you would need to know if you are considering Bradford for a move. So this is Steve Hopkinson, your right-at-home realtor. If you want any other information, please reach out to me, and please subscribe to my channel.